The enemy is formidable, highly motivated, and not easily deterred. But our task is to deny them victory. Because their victory will mean Earth's and your destruction.
You guys just seem to have like a little food bedroom there. Wait a minute, this isn't like a.
Listen up.
Thank you, Aurora. You helped me find my imagination again because you believe in me.
Because you finally believe in yourself.
I got to feel inside my soul.
Testing.
I actually was walking to a puddle.
Oh my. How effective.
Agents L, M, N.
Farewell will soon be sporting a very stylish uniform. But if by some chance you show, let's just say that I'm fairly experienced now. Believe me, it's easier to remove the better candidate. Don't push that red button unless it's